Hi, Mara Watts here with Mara Watts Yoga. And today for our yoga snack, we'll be moving through a yoga core and abs flow sequence. So all you need is a yoga mat and a floor. So let's get started. So we're going to begin on our backs with feet planted on the mat, close to the glutes, arms by your side with the palms facing up. And just relax the belly muscles. You may even place a hand on the belly just to start to notice this area of your body, your core, as you breathe. And just take a couple of big inhales in and big exhales out. One more. And then on your next inhale, hug the knees in, rocking from side to side, giving your low back a little bit of a massage here. You may even take the knees in a circle one way and circle, warming up the hips, even those belly muscles, core. And then we'll reverse to the other side, making some circles here. And then pausing to hug everything back in, lifting the head up on an inhale, reaching forehead towards knees, and then placing the head back down, feet come back down to the mat close to the glutes. We'll move through a few rounds of bridge pose. So on an inhale, tilting the pelvis in towards the body, begin to lift the hips up. And then as you exhale, nice and slow, lower all the way back down with control. A few more just like that. Inhale to lift up. Reach the hip points up, up, up. And then as you exhale, lower all the way back down. Two more. We inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Pause. Breathe out. And take another breath in to lift the hip points up just a little bit more. And then exhale to lower all the way back down. Hug the knees back in, rock from side to side. And then from here, we're going to plant the feet back down on the mat. We're going to tilt the pelvis in towards the body so that the low back is pressing firmly into the mat. Once you have that and can maintain that, we're going to lift the knees, lift the legs so that knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. This is called dead bug of all names for a posture, right? And so what we're doing here is dead bug is an excellent, excellent core toner as it activates all of the core muscles. It addresses everything from the superficial muscles all the way into the interior and the deeper core muscles all the way around into your back. So we're pressing the low back in and we're breathing. So you may start to feel your belly get a little bit of like a fire. We call it fire, some heat in the body as you breathe. Arms can stay down by your side. Really keep and maintain the low back into the mat, into the ground. This is a good one to do during commercials. Hold throughout the whole break between your favorite TV show. And then from here, we're going to take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, we're going to lower, nice and slow, the right heel to tap the ground. And then inhale, bring it back up. All the while, this low back remains glued to your mat. So the inhale lifts, the exhale lowers. Inhale, lift. Exhale, nice and slow, lower all the way down. So a few of these, again, keeping that low back grounded on the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and then hug it all in. Rock from side to side. Whew, that can be a big one. Maybe make some of those circles again, one way and then the other. Our next movement is going to be similar in that our feet are going to be close towards the glutes, just as if you're coming into a bridge. We're going to do heel touches. So the closer your heels are to your glutes, the easier this will be. So if you find that it's really easy to touch your heels, you may even walk your feet out and away from your body just a little bit. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take a big breath in to lift the head and the shoulder blades off of the mat. And then as you exhale, tap the back of the heel. Nice and slow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale to touch. Inhale to center, exhale to touch. So these are nice and slow. They're controlled. They're forcing the belly muscles to contract and to hold the posture a little longer. So it takes a little bit more effort to do these than if you were doing them really, really fast. Let's do a couple more. Keep those shoulder blades lifted. Chin slightly tucked. Another one, each side. And exhale, release. Hug the knees back in, rock from side to side. Make some circles one way and then the other. And then we're going to roll and rock along the spine. This is one of my favorite things to do. We're gonna rock all the way up. And then from here, we're going to come into boat pose. So I like to begin with my hands underneath my knees, sitting up nice and tall. So throughout this posture, we want a nice tall spine, long spine. The chest broadens, okay? And then we inhale the shoulders up and exhale them down along the back. So this may be enough for you if the navel is hugging in and up, and this is enough for you to hold and breathe. Stay here. Both can even be here with the toes lifted and grazing the mat. You can even take the arms out. You can even bring your legs up. Just as long as all of this is maintaining nice and open and long. 3 big breaths. This can be a shaky one, so stay with it. Inhale, and then exhale to release, to hug the knees and rest the head, the forehead on the knees. A few big breaths here. And then from here, we're going to come into a seated twist. So taking an inhale to reach the arms up, we exhale, twist to one side, planting the opposite hand behind the back. Take a big breath in to lengthen through the spine and exhale to twist. Breathe. The inhale brings you back through center, and the exhale takes you to the other side. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale to turn and twist even deeper. Inhale to come out of this, and exhale the hands back down. Nice. From here, we're going to come onto our bellies and move through a few cobra flows. So coming all the way down to your belly. We're gonna plant the hands by the ribs, elbows hug in, so we want to avoid the elbows splaying out. Toes untuck and plant the tops of the feet onto the mat, so hugging those elbows in. Facing your mat, pressing into the tops of your feet, take an inhale to lift up, keeping the gaze downward. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, really hug those elbows in. Inhale. And exhale, lower. Take a cheek, arms by your side. You can even take your feet as wide as your mat and shake the hips a little bit to help release in the low back. It can also be nice to bend at the knees and sway the feet from side to side. Good, then placing the legs back down. From here, we're gonna press up and come into a child's pose. Knees nice and wide. Allowing the forehead to touch the mat or a block or even a folded blanket. Then we're going to take an inhale to walk the hands over to the left, taking your head and your torso with you, placing the forehead back down on the ground, reaching out through the right hand, side stretch. Inhale to lift the head, walks you back to center, pause. And then inhale, lift the head and walk over to the right. Same thing, different side. Reach out through the left hand, side stretch. Inhale, lifts the head, come back towards child's pose. And then on your next inhale, walk yourself back up. Come to a seat. And that's it for our yoga snack. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope that those belly muscles are starting to feel a little bit of fire. I'll see you in our next yoga snack.